Welcome to Date Night Podcast.
A tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
So the time is the night that Callum's mansion burned down. You guys have sort of retreated into the woods away from the house proper, watching it, slowly consume itself in flame. And Thüt and Callum are currently asleep. It's getting towards the end of Wellby's watch, and you're supposed to wake Maryna up at the end of your watch.
Okay. We were in a barn? Or do we still have, wagons and stuff that we were going to take the next day, or were we walking? I don't remember.
It wasn't discussed at the end of the actual play session.
We went kind of long.
I'm going to say you guys probably did it on foot.
Okay.
So, yeah, you are in a barn, but it's the watch is being kept sort of outside.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go in and find Maryna, wake her up.
You get woken up by a halfling.
Maryna.
What?
It's probably time to trade watches.
Very well.
Maryna takes off her watch and gives it. No, I'm sorry.
Look, mine's a little small. Sorry about that. We could put some more links in it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
She's sleeping okay, but she's a little nauseous.
Okay. You've already made those rolls.
I don't remember.
All right.
This is just for right now because I'm assuming I'm going back to sleep later.
Right.
Could I talk to you for a few minutes before I turn in? I've had some time to think.
You're not going to try to kill me now, are you?
No.
It seems a prevailing thing to do right now.
I don't think I could if I tried, to be honest.
Very well.
Listen, I'm concerned that maybe somebody can hear us. Is there any place... I guess I could just cast it on both of us instead. It says that I can hide a target that I touch from divination magic. It can be a willing creature or a place or an object, but it can't be more than 10 feet. So can I do, an area where we are?
Yeah, I would say, you could do a 10-foot radius.
Attack room!
Sort of circle around the two of you if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if we had to go, into a little room that was 10 foot wide, or if I
I mean,
could
there are
just do it in
horse stalls and stuff like that, but...
Okay. So I'm just going to cast non-detection.
Okay.
And it just takes a second. And I say, listen, the benefactor, he made me an offer, too.
He talked to you as well.
Yeah. Back in Gast, in my room, after our night in the opium den. He said that if I gave you to the prince, he would give me Juniper back.
Wouldn't you be lucky?
I thought about it. But mainly because I wasn't sure. In all this gray, which way the darkness was coming from. I was scared of what you can do. But also, well, you understand. You know what it's like to want to bring somebody back. But now that we're here, and we're real close, and we've seen that thing that came to collect us on the prince's behalf, I don't think there's any question about what needs to be done. I guess it's up to us for some reason. That if that's what the prince brings, it's up to us to try to stop it. So, I'll make you a deal. I'll help you do what you need to do. I'll help you cross one more off your list, provided the list ends there with the prince. I'm not going to read your thoughts. I'm not going to try and compel you to tell me the truth. But can you stop at one?
I don't know everything that has been going on here. I'm starting to learn that there are things that I have been deceived in. I am starting to worry if I kill any more. At least with this dagger.
Yeah, I mean, the benefactor, at least if his offer is about what he wants you dead. So if he's asked you to kill the others, well, just think about whether or not the things he asks you to do are really in your best interest. You know, the gods. I've been real cynical about them. Juniper, she prayed every day, and she loved her god. She emulated her in everything she did, and even in the name she took. There was nothing but grace in Juniper's life. It always came first. But when it came to that day, where was her God? I prayed to her. I prayed to her not to let her go. And in everything that I've learned about the gods, when what we want is what they want, when we pray, they give us the power to do it. And there's no question what I wanted that day. I wanted her to come back. And I've never been more sincere in a request. No more willing to give anything, to accumulate any debt to bring her back. But she's gone. I've worked with Sethogma and Forsetta since. They've always been easy to get along with. We made each other more powerful when our ideas aligned. And when they didn't, I did what they asked anyway, so that maybe one day the other side would owe me when things were all over. But never once did they offer to bring her back. I don't know if it's beyond their power or why. So I learned about others, as many of them as I could. But I never loved them, never trusted them. I was sure the gods were all like yours, this benefactor, even the ones that I served. I thought that they were self-serving. I thought that all they had was some agenda in some game that they played beyond the gate. I thought that they don't need our love, and that they certainly don't give it. That all they cared about was favors. For the most part, maybe they do. But you were in the pits under Eichneer, and you know the darkness that was there. That's where we should have stayed, by any count of favors. My luck had failed me. My knowledge was worthless. Yet in the darkness came a hand filled with light. And the weirdest part was, It wasn't just light in the darkness or warmth in the cold that pulled me out of that pit. It was a feeling, an assurance that what happened to Juniper was forgiven. And that's a feeling I've never had from any other god or on any other day of my life. Even when I thought back to my fondest memories, my time with her, or my time at Cliffshire. Maybe I still haven't forgiven myself. And maybe I haven't forgiven you yet for what's happened to Talia. But she has. Dimitas, a wellspring of mercy without, so far as I can tell, any other agenda. I've only felt a handful of times as my light in the darkness, but its power, stronger than whatever is burning up Callum, and whatever is burning up you. Let's not give the benefactor what he wants. Let's kill the prince if we need to, but not with that dagger. And let's show mercy when it's hard.
If what Callum is saying is true, Prince Caerrun is not really himself. Maybe he can be saved.
Maybe.
I guess we'll find out when we get to Caerrun.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if what's inside him can be pushed out. But I think what's inside Callum can. There's a lot of forces in this world seeking to judge people for the things that they've done. And there's a lot of people who work on their behalf. But we've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. And I know the power of that judgment. But I want something else. What do you want?
One of us is supposed to be on watch.
Yeah. I've had my time to think. Good night, Maryna.
Good night, Wellby. May your dreams be better than mine.
May both of ours be better than Thüt's.
I can attest to that.
And with that, Wellby goes to sleep. Maryna goes on watch. So your watch goes fairly uneventfully, and yours was to be the last watch of the night. Now you can wake up just Callum before the rest of them, because it's still, the sun hasn't quite come up yet.
I'll probably do that.
All right. You go over and kind of nudge him a little bit. His eyes kind of slowly open, looking like he didn't sleep very well last night either. I mean, he basically lost everything: titles, homes, property. He doesn't look like he's taking it very well. Oh, right. That time then.
I woke you a little earlier than everybody else.
Oh, all right. Do you need help with the watch?
I wanted to talk to you about something. Can we
All
go
right.
outside?
Yes, of course. And gets up and follows you back out of the barn. How may I be of assistance?
Callum. Why? Why did you do it? What is it about my family's blood that you needed it for this? Why did you not tell me?
Please believe me when I tell you that at first I swear that I didn't know. I didn't know what was special about your lineage, your family. But after I did look into the matter, your family is special. One going back generations upon generations. Yes, your people left. They were nomads, wandering tribes. But before that, you were some of the founding families of Caerrun. And according to the books, which I am only recently becoming more and more a believer in, your family did try to bring something to this world. Something horrible. And that is why they were banished from the city.
Why did you take Alina? Even if she had lived, you think it would have made any difference between us now?
No.
I would have learned of what you did. I hate you for it. When I made my deal with the benefactor, I didn't care if I died, so long as I had vengeance for Alina. But now everything is different. If everything you say is true, and this is not Prince Hedron doing this, maybe we could save him and Caerrun. I don't know what this curse is that you have, or this bond between the benefactor, between him and me, and him and you. But even though I hate you, I don't want you to die like this. And I can't kill you. I won't kill you. I don't know what all of this will look like after everything is done. But if we can save him, or even if maybe we can't, maybe we can still save you. Because as much as I still hate you, I still love you.
Just as a side note, while you're sort of in the middle of that, the dagger at your side begins to hum against you. It starts to just slowly remind you that it's still there and that your job is still there. I understand. I would caution against attempting to save the prince. He may be a boy, but he is not himself any longer. Perhaps I'm fatalistic, but the last time I saw him was right before I went to Gast, and I did not see any humanity in his eyes. And for a boy his age, it is a shocking, horrifying sight to look into a child's eyes and see only a predator staring back at you. I am cursed, and so is he, because of what we did, and because of breaking that deal. And that may be the sort of surface level legality of it, but I am cursed because I allowed your daughter's death to happen. Because my naivety and my ambition for a prosperous nation to override my sense of right and wrong. Even without this exterior imposed curse, I would still be burning up inside. I am so sorry. Maryna, I know that you're pregnant. And if timelines are any indication, I know that I'm the father.
There is no one I have ever loved as much as I had loved you.
And I. I know I have no legs to stand on here. But please be careful where we're going. If it were up to me, you would not go back to that city. But I understand you have something to see through. Just be careful, Maryna. Not just for yourself. And that's the last that I feel I can say on the subject.
It is not over yet.
I am aware.
Maybe things can still end.
Well,
If not as well as we had previously hoped. Maybe better than we think.
well, I suppose you always were the more optimistic. I don't expect that we're going to make it very far when we get to the city. I don't expect the prince will be happy to see us, and he already has a warrant out for my arrest. If we are lucky, he does not also have one out for the rest of you.
I've been killing all the others. I'm sure he's aware
But he
that I'm
does
coming.
not know your face, and not many in Caerrun do. No one, forgive me, but no one really pays attention to servants. As for the others, your friends, the big one sort of stands out, but halflings are not such an uncommon sight around here. Just be careful, please.
You too.
He looks very off. I do hope you're right that we're not all walking into our dooms here. I don't know what's going to happen, but I offered you my life, and I would offer it still, whether that is best served by my death or keeping me around for a while longer. It always has been yours, and it always will be. And he stands up and starts to walk back to the barn.
She lets him go.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Hello everyone, I'm the Grease Wizard. Thank you all for listening. I am here to tell you today about DM's Guild, where we have some very amazing creations up there. One of my favorites, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, rules for building your own homunculus. It's absolutely amazing, and you can find that and much more searching Will Mayer in the search bar. Now, let's get back to the adventure.
Okay.
So, Caerrun.
Hi. Welcome back to date night, the potato crew. So last time we played, our heroes...
Interruption.
Welcome to date night, potato crew. The last time we played, things were at the Montrose estate, and you guys were shown around, and you got to see all the fancy, but that didn't last very long because that very evening, one of the butlers, a guy named Jenkins, betrayed the household to the sort of authorities in Caerrun, and they brought a raiding party that ended up burning down the house. The third manor that has been destroyed by fire in this campaign.
I'm still
It wasn't
putting
me
almost all
this
of
time.
that on the DM.
I would agree with that entirely.
I was responsible for the first one.
Sort of. But let's be honest, it was going to happen anyways.
But yeah, that was backstory. That doesn't even count.
Right. So, after the house burned down and you guys dispatched the hunting party sent to kill you or bring you in, or no one's really sure because it was a giant wolf monster, and that pretty much seems like it's just too dangerous to let live. You escaped into the
We
grounds.
euthanized it.
Yeah, you euthanized. That's a good word. Just like liberated the gold. You guys escaped into the grounds and found a. I keep wanting to say pool house. It's not like an outbuilding, more of like a barn, really, where you sort of bedded down for the night. On the first,
a she shed.
a she shed. Yeah,
I've heard of a she-wee.
you secured the she shed.
Yeah.
Just give it some time. It'll burn down too. Sorry,
By the
Cheryl.
seashore?
Yeah, it's full of seashells in the she shed.
Shellacked.
Shellacked she shed.
Damn it,
You
Cheryl.
secured the seashells in the shellacked she shed.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'm
During the watches. What now?
I'm tickled.
Yeah. During the watches that night, Wellby and Maryna had a very serious, in-depth conversation about the morality of all the killing and whether or not they were going to continue. And sort of the consensus appeared to be that the killing would stop after Prince Hetron if he's incapable of being saved or whatever. And Wellby also shared with Maryna the seeming plans of this benefactor, wanting to basically turn her over to the prince. And he let her know that so that in his mind, she is no longer the darkest force in all of this. After their talk, Maryna stayed up another shift and also had a conversation with Callum, basically telling him that even though she hates him, she's not going to be the one to kill him. That there's still a lot left to do in this situation, but that currently she's planning to not kill him. The next morning, the party awoke and hiked the rest of the way towards Caerrun, and within, let's say, a couple of miles where they could see the city sitting on top of the hill, a great light seemed to erupt from the sky, crash down into the city, and temporarily blind them. And that's where we left off.
And screams of terror turned to screams of mania.
Mania,
Right.
yeah, joy, fear, terror, all of those wonderful things. And that brings us to now.
But we're still a couple miles outside the city. You
Yeah,
said?
it should take you less than an hour to hike the rest of the way. It's visible, but you're not on top of it.
Okay.
So, Potato Crew, welcome to Caerrun.
Seems like a nice place.
Hey Seth, did you see that?
I think everybody saw that.
That's what it feels like to look at the sun.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Dodge that bullet.
You hear in the back of your mind, ding. So what are we doing, guys?
Short rest.
They stand stunned. You just got done with a long rest.
We can see
It's
again.
been a couple miles walk.
This was a like just blinded in the sense of a moment, or are we still like unable to see what's going on?
It was a temporary blindness. Now that the light is sort of fading away, you look back up, and where once there was a city, there appears to be a ruin. Less completed structures, more of a pile of rubble. And there are no fires currently, but you can see smoke starting to waft on the horizon.
So
The screams continue.
I got a question. So, like, we could see the city before whatever this was.
Yes.
The ruined city, did that just happen? Like, did it just get hit by a meteor or something? Or was it ruined and then we just saw the flash and it's still ruined?
It was a functional, normal, good-looking city with walls and everything
Is there
around
anything in
it.
the sky above it?
Hey, I'll get there. Now, the structures do appear to be gone. The walls have sort of... It's unclear from this distance whether they've fallen over or caved in upon themselves, but the walls don't appear to be there any longer.
Do we see a group of Israelites walking around the walls?
Did we feel an impact
Make a perception. No.
and stuff along with this?
Can I hear?
Yeah, it's sort of that superhero movie thing where you see it happen and then the wall of force kind of hits you. Not enough to throw anybody off, but it's loud. It was an explosion by the feel and look of it. You do notice that the light is still in the sky, sort of cracking the clouds open. There does not appear to be any further effects from it, but it is still there.
Huh? You see that too, right?
Do I
It's
see
not
that
just
too?
me, right?
Yeah, everybody sees the light.
Okay.
I didn't do it this time.
See, that's good.
Thüt, make another perception check for me.
It did pretty good. Let's see. I think I'm -1, so 18.
You see a single ghostly tendril trying to force its way out of the crack.
We have to go here. We don't have to.
I don't
go
know. I
here.
thought we were going to see a prince. I thought we were going to use
I'm sure
the
this
old,
took care of him.
the
This
old
probably
Chew-
took care of him.
Chewbacca plan, but I guess that we don't need that anymore.
Chewbacca plan?
Yeah, it's from a play for children, I think, where they take a bugbear and anytime they've got to get anywhere, they just like take his weapons away and pretend to put him in handcuffs. And then they say, look, we've caught the monster, and everybody always lets him in to bring the monster. In this case, you're the monster, Maryna.
Death
Oh,
glare.
I thought we were making potato people again.
And
I still have mine.
They get
I don't-
in, and they realize, oh no, the monster's actually loose. They throw them back their weapons.
You drug
Bob's
those
your
potato
uncle, we
people
win.
with you.
But now, I don't know that we need any subterfuge.
they would hit on my back.
It looks like most of the walls and guards and city folk and everything are gone.
I'm sure the prince is dead.
Yeah, job's done.
I
Thanks,
doubt
gods.
So level 8.
Not just yet.
That wave of force was a wave of XP.
What still is? Yes.
That felt great.
Wrong.
What's still standing as we
You
look?
you see structures, but none complete. Like the castle, the keep, everything appears to be gone. There's just various sized piles of rubble and incomplete buildings left standing.
My imagination is
Yeah.
the after Hiroshima is the idea, or like,
Analogous,
yes,
yes.
or even the Terminator movie. Where
Yeah.
they're like, this is gonna happen
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
don't save John.
Very analogous, yeah.
Oh, boy.
And then that person's attached to a chain link fence, and they go, and they become a skeleton. We gotta worry about skeletons.
You think the prince is still on your list, or is he now taken care of?
Can you ask your blade? Does your blade talk?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
The blade does not talk to me. No.
It's weird because like sometimes mine.
1,000-yard stare.
Well, I feel compelled to help, but at the same time, why? As I gesture to the crater that used to
Well, it's
be
not a
Caerrun.
crater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand.
okay.
I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
There's
Does Maryna see anything tentacling?
Tentacling?
Tentacling out of the hole in the sky? Do I need a roll?
You can if you'd like to.
That's an 18 plus 2.
Nope. Nothing coming out of the sky. just a light. You know, the light's still there, but you don't see anything else.
I doubt the prince is dead. Agreed, Callum.
Well, I'm going to warn you right now. If you go towards that city, you're going to have to fight another Sky Kraken. And I know it. I just have a feeling. I'll help. But
I'm all down for the Skycracker.
We should let
I'll
the
hail the
prince
Skycracker.
also help. You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe he'll help us.
What is he talking about?
The Sky Kraken. You didn't know?
What Skycracker?
Well, if there's
would
sea
that be?
krakens, obviously there's Sky Krakens. He's up there, wiping down cities, just like the sea krakens do boats.
What are you talking about?
Do you see
Krakens.
what we see in terms of the city?
Yes, I see the city, but what Skycraken is he speaking of?
I
mean,
don't
do you
see anything
the
up
city
there.
in ruins?
Yes, of course.
you-
Me
there was a
too.
loud, a big flash and a loud noise, and the city is gone.
Any ideas?
I'm not sure, but I do hear screams. The rest of you hear screams, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
But what's new?
Should we
guess
not
we
help
should go
the
see
people
if-
screaming?
Do you see something else, Thüt?
Sky Kraken.
And the
None of
world
us else
tomorrow.
see it.
It's just too bright of a light for you, probably. Keep your eye out.
Let's get a little bit closer.
That is probably a maybe good idea.
I wouldn't go that far.
I said maybe.
It's an idea. Onward!
How much closer are we trying to get here?
I just go in. How
Go
far?
in.
We said I'm
A couple miles.
a couple miles. I just start going in.
Okay.
If
Probably
anyone's
half that
currently on
distance.
fire, I will try to throw dirt at them.
Good to know. Good to know. You don't
Very
see any
personal.
people actively on fire on your way there, but you know.
Do we see anyone leaving the city?
Yeah.
No, the gates are actually still closed. The gates seem to be one of the only part of the walls.
All
Why
right.
would
So
they be
when we
closed
get
during
there,
the day, indeed, they do still appear to be one of the only structures that is left at least partially standing.
But if the
When we-
other walls are gone,
when we get there, we circumvent the gate.
From this distance, they appear to be gone.
I
Okay.
see.
You're a couple miles away. It's not like you can go, oh yeah, no, I see my house from here. I see
Okay.
this. I see that.
all right.
You're on top of Sharp Top, looking at Bedford. It's there.
I've
but
never
it's
been
not-
there.
Bedford.
You're on top of a really tall thing.
All right. Well, let's get closer and see if
Agreed.
we can get anybody running out of the city, or if we can get a closer look at what's going on or hear anything. I guess that's our next step.
Thüt's
Okay.
already gone.
Cool.
At least 5 steps ahead of me.
So you guys continue. A mile goes by, 2 miles goes by, and you're much closer to the city now. There's a tree line that ends approximately 500 yards before the city, and you'll notice it's primarily pines and stuff like that. In the front, 4 or 5 rows of trees are bent towards you as you approach.
Yeah.
But the path opens up, and you can see the clearing before you. And there were farmhouses and smaller structures, probably stables and the like, that are just gone. Now that you're closer, you can see the walls have sort of collapsed in upon themselves, but there are still piles of rubble where they used to be. The fires have also picked up in the 45 minutes to an hour that's taken you to arrive this close, and behind what's left of the walls, the city does appear fairly engulfed in flame.
As we are passing some of these farmhouses, do we see any people in the yards?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Can I look too?
I'll look.
Or an
6.
investigation check, your choice.
Can I look?
8.
Scan to see if any people.
The scan, I'm going to say perception.
Please roll better than me.
22.
Thank
22,
you.
absolutely.
I got an 8. So everybody's fine.
They're over to your far right. There is a middle-aged human woman pulling at what appears to be a corpse, trying to pull him out from under a cart. And she's just screaming wildly, incoherently for him to get up.
And they're outside the walls.
Right, they're outside the walls out in the field next to what used to be one of those ruined stable farmhouse-like structures.
I'll tell the others that there's somebody over in
I'll
that
go lift a
direction.
cart.
Yeah.
Okay. It's off its wheels. Make a strength check for me.
It's fine, I'm sure. 19.
Okay, yeah.
Unless athletics.
You manage to, sure, athletic, go for it. You're
21
you're
something,
you're
I don't
benching the sucker.
Yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, you pull the cart up enough for her to drag her presumed husband out, and she lays down beside him. But you can see, even without a medicine check, he's gone. Like half of his face has been crushed in, and several wounds down his left side and everything. His right side looks okay, but he's not with us.
Lady, I don't think we're gonna save him.
And she's just sobbing uncontrollably. She appears to know, but not yet able to accept.
Yeah. I don't think this.
Put the cart down gently. Rummage for goods.
I think
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna steal your stuff.
even though it's been a couple hours
Yeah.
walking to the city, I think Wellby's just kind of in shock and looking at everything like,
Yeah. It was very sudden.
what do we do? Like, imagine walking into, I don't know, 9/11
And even-
and wondering what you're supposed to do.
Even though it's been about an hour, and the screams and the laughter and the sounds of complete mania and madness have only increased in fervor and pitch and all that.
This all seems very familiar to me, right, guys?
Not so
Right.
much.
No, it seems very unfamiliar, I might say.
Weird. Should we
Where
try
are
to
you
open
from?
the gates?
I think we should look for a more stealthy way
Who's gonna? Why?
to the main keep. Because if you hear all these insane screaming, you think they are not going to come and attack us? We have a bigger goal in mind than fighting the poor people here.
These people could need help, not necessarily all enemies. There are plenty of good people in the city.
Aren't we here to try to stop Prince Hedron?
Yes, but we're not even sure that Prince Hedron is still alive. What we are sure of
Then
is
we
that
should make sure it is taken care of first.
but we are sure that there are still people alive in there.
Then let's stop this before it gets worse. And then we can
Are
take
there
care of the people.
Sorry, when we're looking at the gate, are there people like trying to get out through the gate or trying to climb over the walls?
You'd have to open the gate to discern that. There
Oh,
doesn't there doesn't appear to be anybody
it's
coming over the
solid?
rubble of the walls.
Oh yeah, I was imagining a solid wooden gate.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
two-
picturing a
like
gate and then rubble.
no,
10 feet on the
it's
sides.
two wooden
Yeah.
doors, each about 15 feet across by their own right. Standing there, still closed.
The gate's still intact and the 10
one
feet
does look
down.
kind of off its hinge a little bit. There is a small gap between the two, but maybe big enough for Wellby to get through. Probably not Maryna or Thüt.
There's nobody looking to be manning the gate or
Not-
towers near the gate. Or
Not from the
anything like
outside.
that?
There are the corpses of a couple of guards laying down, but
This is 100 feet away. Something.
yeah, ish.
I don't think anybody's going to stop us
Thüt smash.
going in.
Okay. So you want to walk up and try to open the gate?
With my warhammer.
All right.
I don't think the smash is the best way to do it.
Make an attack roll. That's
Mm-hmm.
your course of action.
It is. It's not good.
Good.
Well, it is a gate, so 11.
Okay. 11 hits.
Damn.
11 hits, and you actually notice that the gate, despite being very large, really was balanced quite well, and it wasn't locked, and it starts to swing open.
I flex.
Yep.
And I keep my warhammer
I mean, it doesn't
out
like
for now.
slam
yeah,
over.
Yeah, no, I
It
understand.
goes,
But I still am going to take full advantage of that fact and then shove it the rest of the way, I guess. And are there people trying to escape or not?
Immediately, as soon as the gate opens, you see a mass of people staring back at you. All of them
Marina's pulled out her sword and shield.
kind of standing there. You know, some of them have their heads cocked over. All seem to be screaming or laughing, or some of them are clawing at their hair. And as soon as they see you, the whole mass as one begins to shamble forward. Let's roll for initiative.
But he closed the gate.
I
Right.
closed the gate.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great. I just want to
I'm
make
glad
sure
you
everybody
did.
knows. Gate's closed.
because there
Yep.
was something I just realized I needed to do
And-
before we did that.
How much did you hear?
I'm going to put my
I
foot
didn't,
in
sorry.
front of the gate.
So
God.
Thüt smacked the gate. The gate opened slowly, but it did open. And on the other side was
An army of zombies.
I mean,
They're not undead.
Right. They don't look like zombies. They're people, but they're pulling at their hair and laughing and screaming, but they weren't
Madman.
making any attempt to leave. But
What
now
was
that
wrong with your childhood?
so much. But now that the gates open, they do start short of she shells by the seashore.
Yeah. Sort of
She-shed.
shifting.
It's the she shed, shambling.
Shambling.
Now they're all shambling towards you, and now we're rolling
With shifty
initiative.
eyes.
Shambler,
Oh.
see?
Yeah.
I closed the gate, though, before we rolled initiative.
Now we run around the side.
And I'm
They're
going to put
slow.
my foot on the gate so they can't push it out.
Oh, that's on par with Wellby's.
I know that
initiatives.
that's how the gates
Oh,
work.
just wait.
As long as we all go together, it doesn't matter.
I've listened to almost the whole thing, and I'm always last. I might be in the middle this time, but this will be high for me.
Don't forget, Callum has to roll too.
Lindy allies.
I'm gonna be running a lot today because I gotta keep drinking my meds.
Yeah. What? No, he closed it. He closed it.
Right, but they're going to push it back open. Put
Shush.
First turn,
I put
so.
my foot in front of it. I said.
Well, we'll know how it opens when it opens.
Fine.
If it opens. Wait,
no, you
only,
don't understand. It's
is only half of the gate closed?
It's physics. You can't.
Yeah, right. It's like a wedge.
And half is
if you
open?
Just put a wedge.
Oh, great.
If you just put a wedge, this will help.
Yeah, you're fine.
This will help.
All right, I'll let you guys place yourselves where you want to go. I don't have minis. Wellby's got a mini.
You gotta.
Right here.
Does Maryna have a mini?
No, I think Wellby's going to be back here. I don't know.
We'll tell you what.
I think there were some of those
If
pawns
Maryna
that
wants
you
to
were
be
using
a cat
for them.
person, she can be a cat person.
I'll go for that.
She's a cat person.
Okay.
And she says Khajiit in her head
Khajiit is.
because we also like Bethesda.
And oddly enough, I don't have a Thüt mini, which is weird because I did last week or 2 weeks ago.
Meow.
Last I played.
I want to be about 60 feet from...
Before, or what I was going to ask before all this crap happened was, what kind of armor are the guards wearing, and is there one that might be a little bit on the smaller side?
The guards appear to have chainmail on them. Are you asking if one's relatively your size? Or
Yeah.
one smaller?
Where would you like to be?
Do you have one for Maryna?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
yeah.
She's a Khajiit,
Oh, I didn't see that.
which in this world is called an, I forget because I just think of Khajiit. Tabaxi.
Here's Callum.
Perfect.
He's a farmer. Why not?
I think you
He will be a farmer after this.
Makes sense.
Because I want to improve my armor, but that's going to take like 20 minutes of.
Marina, where
Yeah.
you want to be.
Change out. But they do appear to have chainmail on.
Slightly closer to Wellby, of midway between them, but slightly, a little bit back. One, back this way. Yeah.
So we're all like, yeah, you go up there and check it
Yeah, I
out.
opened it and then closed it and then put my foot down.
So
I haven't
And-
said anything.
we still don't know anything.
Actually, I guess that's probably true.
Can I roll insight on Thüt's actions there to see if he looks frightened?
You know what? I can't get it open, guys. I'm stuck.
Would that be
All
all
right.
right with you, Michael?
Initiative, Maryna.
6. At
Hey.
least I'm over enemy number 1.
You did beat the
Oh,
enemy.
I'm going to be higher than Maryna.
Wellby.
9.
Thüt.
11.
Wow. At least Callum rolled well.
That's a good roll.
Now would be a good time for burning hands.
Burning man, burning
Except
man.
he's there.
Burning
Very
man.
far back.
He has 30 feet of
All right,
movement.
what was your question there, Will?
I was just going to say, because I'm trying to figure out what Thüt's doing, would I be able to roll an insight check to see if he looked afeared when he closed the door?
Afeared.
If that's what you want to do with your turn, I'll give you the round before the turn if you want.
Mostly
Ah,
just kidding. That's good, though.
It is good.
Where's your D&D books? I forgot to pull the stupid.
25.
I need Volos,
I have
one with
Volos, too.
the one with the
I don't have it up here, so if he's got
the
it.
one with like the warlocks and stuff in it too.
Yeah. Or wait, you mean the warlock path? The extra, like hexblade?
No. The monster description of the.
Oh, yeah.
The extra NPCs?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Volo's, yeah. Now I've got to decide if this is the big battle or not.
Talking about spell slots.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be a little bit wary at first. Of
I
burning
don't
the big
think this
stuff
is
till I
the
see
big
Hadron.
battle, but I do think it will be a big battle.
Yeah, I'm going to be holding at least some of the stuff for Edrin.
So first up in initiative is going to be Callum, and he looks at the people and just sees. Well, hang on, let me see what he sees really quick. Thank you. He rolls fairly high. I'm not sure that they're normal villagers, and he's going to hold his action for an Eldritch Blast in case they do anything that's hostile.
Good people, huh?
Should
They could be.
we try to run around the side?
We could leave him there.
Thüt, you're up.
I want to try to pull the other gate closed.
Okay. Realize that they are exactly. I didn't place the enemies.
That's
Great.
okay. They can all just go
Piece of
away.
shit. I assume there's 700 swarm members on that side of the gate. And
It's
that,
appropriate that you
well,
are.
I could kill them all. I don't
Please
want
do.
to yet.
No, please do.
Oh,
Oh.
So they were literally right
That's
inside the
unfortunate.
gate.
Quite unfortunate.
yeah. Bad timing.
Timing indeed.
Pull
Okay.
one out, close
I'm
the
still
gates.
going to try to shut the gate.
Okay.
Even if it's just one that
Might
makes it
just
through.
squish one.
Yeah. I'll smash them. And I mean, that's collateral damage. And we all know how much that doesn't matter in the long run. I mean, what's his family like?
I know, really. Exactly.
Probably won't even miss him.
So you want to try to attack, or are you just trying to pull the gate?
I want to shut the gate.
All right. I'm not going to require an athletics check for that because that's, like I said before, the gates are fairly well balanced. However, if you go to grab that door, you are walking into the middle of the swarm.
Great.
How many is in a swarm for
Apparently,
each of those little
it looks
pieces?
like it's two guys.
It's
Two swarm.
it's two swarms. They cover they're humanoids.
I mean,
Farmers
how
and-
many?
If
Two
you
swarms
want, I
of
got
how many?
those big markers on the top there.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
Oh god, those are huge.
Yeah, those are
That's
good
what
for
she
big
said.
swarms.
Yeah.
I feel like Thüt is the closest thing we have to Andre the Giant from Princess Bride. So he's good at fighting large
Yeah,
groups of
only-
people.
I'm
I'm not used to fighting one person. Part of the gang squad.
So you'd like to use your movement to go inside the
I like to use part of my movement to move the 10 feet that it would take to get to the edge of the gate,
okay.
and
As
then
you-
try to close it. And then yep.
As you get there, they grab onto you. If
Great.
you want to try to leave the swarm, please make a strength check for me. Or sorry, an athletics.
It's not great. It's not great. It's only a 14.
Okay, that's not enough.
It's not enough.
Nope.
Oh boy.
All right, and that will be your turn.
I'm gonna bonus action.
Okay.
I don't know what I can do. I just wanted to pretend like I could do something. Actually, I am going to bonus action. I'm going to tumble out. Oh, I'm going to overrun. I'm going to overrun out.
Okay, you can't overrun an entire horde's worth of creatures.
It's a bonus action. Can I tumble out?
No, you chose to make the strength athletics check. You could have made that or a dexterity check, but they're grabbing you.
My question was, since that was my action to do that.
Right.
I mean, so I'm trying to do
Is he
bonus
grappled?
action. Ooh, that's the question.
Is he considered grappled now?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then never mind. That's different. Okay, then.
You're also considered blind and deaf.
What?
Because I'm in the horde.
You're in the horde.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
In the
like,
horde.
In the horde.
I'm thinking like, I don't know what cartoon
Yes,
I'm
like
thinking
Blizzard.
of, where the pile just absorbs him.
Right.
Oh boy.
All right.
Like a
Bye.
gelatinous cube of people.
That's a shambling mound of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
We fought that in a couple episodes ago.
Then
Main
I
campaign.
guess I can't hex the entire horde, so I will not do that, and that's
You
what
could
my
hex
turn's
half
gonna
of
be.
the horde.
Oh, I don't know what the hell to do now.
It doesn't have any condition immunities against that kind of thing. I wouldn't say you get the entire horde, but I would say you could get the damage bonuses of Hex against the horde if you wanted to.
Oh, that makes sense. So like they couldn't fail their checks and
Right.
Yeah,
But you can still get the damage.
No, I'm not
bonus
going
if
to
you
bother
wanted
with
to.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So good work.
All right.
I did it.
Wellby.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Good turn.
I was going to try not to hurt these people,
What?
but I just saw them like Thüt,
Yeah.
huh?
They
When he tried
they
to
lash
close the
out
door.
almost ferally and grab him and pull him into the horde
Yeah, well, there's no
that he was
more.
pretty much in anyways.
There's no more moral high ground. I'm going to.
Fireball.
The knowledge cleric was just keeping that one in his back
That's what I
pocket.
do.
Yeah.
Well, got my wand of fire, boss.
I mean, it's two things on the map, but
Right now they're all
Something
compressed
like
up
a-
against each other.
something like a hold person or a command that targets one thing.
You could get
just gets
one
one
member of
person
the
out
horde
of
if
the
you wanted
swarm,
to.
right?
Yeah.
That was my kind of
Yeah.
idea with the hex.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't work.
That's why I was only okay with the damage part
I
of it.
understand.
Yeah.
Hell,
I don't know
Is
that spell.
everybody-
Can
We
you
are in
describe
it.
that's my only 4th level slot.
You know, he's not. He's just. He's fine.
Is Thüt worth a 4th level
Exactly.
spell
He's
slot?
fine.
He's big, I'm sure.
He'll be fine.
Can I see them yet?
Yeah, you can see because the door,
All right.
the door that Thüt was beginning to close the other door, but you can see that it's still open.
I have a plan, and it's gonna be weird.
I'm sure.
I just came.
I have no doubt.
I just came up with it, and I'm proud.
I'm going to move up.
Excuse me, miss.
I can walk through spaces because I'm a
Halfling.
I can still see. My bonus, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Thüt.
Okay.
So
Do you have to be able to see him for that?
No, just
Sweet.
a creature within range.
Cool.
So anybody who tries to attack him has to make a Wisdom save, and on a failed save, they must lose the attack or attack somebody else. And
Sanctuary might have been the best thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. What's the duration on that?
but well, it's a minute. But I think if he attacks or casts a spell that affects an enemy, yeah, it says it'll go away. So
If they're attacked by anybody.
no, just by you.
Oh, okay.
If you make an attack or you use a spell that targets them, it goes away.
Okay.
But their turn's coming before yours.
Yeah.
So at least that, or if you try to get away, they can't attack you.
But he has a plan.
Well, I don't know it, so that's my
Yeah.
bonus, and then I'll use this Sacred Flame
Okay.
on them.
On which
The one that's got him.
one that's got him? Okay, that's a dexterity save, correct?
Yeah.
They have disadvantage because they're not entirely there, right?
How's a 0? Does that mean you
Saves. My spell save really sucks. It's
roll
negative.
roll for damage?
Is that a 7 or a 1? That's a 1. 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
I wish that was a 7.
Yeah, me too. Would have been nice. And I used pretty much all my movement to get up there, so that's where I'm stuck.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Maryna, you are up.
Gonna strafe a little bit out towards the right. Hey, I might be able to reach this.
I have a real hard time with it. We don't have the.
4 towards you, next to Wellby, in line with Wellby. That's 3.
Well, you were here, so I counted 4. Sorry. Okay.
Maybe 1 more.
Away.
Yeah. Okay. That looks like it's 30 feet.
Yeah, to me.
Yeah. Okay. And if I do Hex, then Eldritch Blast, do they also get damage from Hex? Or is that till
Yes.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as you hex first, yes.
Yeah.
Hex first
Okay.
on
The one that's got Thüt
Yeah.
or the one that doesn't have Thüt?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
What do they have disadvantage against? Oh,
Nothing.
you're not doing that. That's right. You're just doing the extra damage.
Because it's a swarm.
Yep. I forgot already.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's. in
She
range.
releases the magic and it kind of weaves in and out of the swarm. You can't really see what effect it has, but
Cool.
Eldritch Blast.
okay.
Not green. That one's cursed. So it's purple, apparently. But let's try it anyways. 10? Wait. No. 8. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
8 to attack.
Yes.
That misses.
How about 18?
18 hits.
Yay. 1d10. Right.
And your hex.
And your hex damage, yep.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. And don't add anything to these. That's still an 11.
Okay, 11 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's pull this paper out again and
How about-
highlight.
Like in terms of the swarm, have a few people dropped since we've hit some of them, or
So, no one appeared. You couldn't see any obvious effect when you released your spell. Like it hit a couple of them. Maryna's Eldritch Blast sort of strike in the same general area, and at least one person you see when her Eldritch Blast hits, it explodes into this dark brown, almost black, viscousy ichor that coats a few people around it, but also a fair amount of it just goes down onto the ground.
okay.
Sorry.
They're the zombies from that Rodriguez movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And since
You said they weren't undead. I was kind of gone.
I said
there.
they don't appear to be undead.
Okay.
That's true.
And since Callum was holding his action, he's going to go ahead and try to fire off his Eldritch Blasts because they have definitely done something hostile at this point. 2 of those are going to miss, right? What's yours? +7. Sorry, 2 of them are going to hit.
Good.
And then that's D10s, which I should have already had out. For 6 and a 9, 15 damage. And as that happens, a couple more pop and viscousy falls down. Which actually, some of it hits you inside the horde.
The ick.
Yeah, the ick. And you feel it's like very sticky on the side of your face.
Yeah,
That's Maryna's turn. It's Callum's turn. Okay. It's the Horde's turn. They're going to attempt to move. Josh, if you wouldn't mind moving the ones that don't have you, move them 15 feet out into the courtyard.
Which ones don't have me, and I'll do it.
The ones that are not touching the gate. The ones on the right, on my right.
So we're just going to say they push the door open,
Yeah.
and they're coming.
15.
We're going to do 5, 15.
Okay.
As a horde, that's...
And the ones that do have you are going to attempt to make 2 claw attacks. They have to make the wisdom save before each.
first.
Before each.
Yeah.
Or is it a one-time deal?
I think it's.
I think it's every attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your spell save?
16.
Yeah, no, they're nowhere close. I
So then
figured.
they have to attack each other.
So then they have to.
They either have to attack something else or lose the attack.
They're going to lose the attack.
All right. Great.
All right. So yeah, wasted turn for the horde. Great job, guys.
Good.
For the horde.
Back up. To,
All I keep hearing.
back up to Callum.
It's like the 3rd time I've said that.
Yeah, but 3's a charm.
These are bouncy. I can.
He's going to go with scorching
She's
ray.
talking about her rabbit ears.
He's
So I
gonna
can
go-
concentrate and remember that I'm concentrating.
He's going to try scorching ray into the horde that's the closest to you guys. Those are 13s. Those are going to miss. The third one is going to hit. That's a 2d6, right? Or 2d6 or 3d6?
Scorching Ray is 3,
Thank you.
but he's a higher casting level than me. But I have 3d6. No.
Well, it's each
2d6
ray.
per ray.
It's
So
2d6 a ray.
Right. He missed the. It's 2d6 per ray.
yes.
Okay.
If he strikes me,
I rolled the third one by accident. Sorry.
I'm angry.
One's going to hit for 5 whole damage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the one that's moved out into the field. So
Okay.
It's the first time that one's been damaged.
Yeah.
Why do I suck at math so bad? Okay. And he's actually very happy in the back where he's at. So, Thüt, now that you've begun your turn inside of the horde, the various former farmers are now attempting to devour you. So, a creature must succeed on Constitution saving throw, please.
Does that count as an attack?
I think it's just a condition of being inside of the horde.
Condition of being inside the horde.
Okay. Yeah, that does nothing for you.
What am I
then.
doing?
Constitution save.
Okay. 20.
Good. Very nice. So, yeah, that's that. A couple of them get their teeth on you, but nothing appears to pierce the skin in any significant manner. Great job.
Still might want a rabies shot later.
Right,
And
yeah.
it is now your turn.
Great.
Yeah, I'd get a rabies shot.
Okay. What fun. I'm altering my plan.
But it was such a great one.
Once they start to eat me, I'm gonna change it. Is that fair? It was
Yeah,
good.
that can change
It was
anybody's
good.
plans,
Yeah,
I think.
I dim door the hell out of there. Bye.
Okay.
And then bonus action X, the ones that are closest to, or you can't really see. Can you see a hex? Can I tell if one's been hexed or not by the other two Vorlocks? I don't really consider it something you can see, so
Yeah.
that's just my brain.
You did say that you saw something.
I would say you would take a perception check to see something as subtle as a spell effect.
Okay, well, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to hex the one that's closest to Wellby.
Okay. Once again, you're not going to get the status.
Sure,
effect,
but I get the
you
damage. But I don't get to do anything because my action was to dim door. So
Okay.
Curious what your previous plan was.
I wanted to feed one a health potion and see if he would come too.
Ah. Yeah,
I was
don't
going
do
to try to
that.
be generous. But I was going to feed it by smashing it into its mouth.
I did Callum's attack wrong because he's a warlock. I'm thinking he was using a specific spell slot, but all of his spell slots go up to the top since he's a warlock. So there's actually 2 more rays that got fired off.
That's great.
And yeah, both of them missed. So sorry.
It's not as good.
All right.
Loser.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
That's how you
not
know.
be.
All
Was that your turn, Thüt?
Yes, and that's not. Well, I can move. I think actually I am going to kind of move that way.
Okay.
Use half my movement.
Wellby, you're up.
Just based on being closer to these things, do I have any sense on whether I think, in my experience, that they're undead, or is it just
I would let you make a religion or medicine check, your choice,
as an action or just
as an action.
When I
don't wanna
appear, can
spend
I
my time
scream? They're
thinking.
trying to eat me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know
Yeah,
that
that's
I
a- that's-
teleported myself.
That's a free
Yeah.
action.
Okay. They're trying to eat me. Oh yeah.
Well, I was within 30 feet of the ones that were trying to eat Thüt, because I walked up there. So I'm definitely within 30 feet of the others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Turn Undead,
Okay.
and I'm going to grab my marbles and say a little prayer to Debatos.
Okay. As the sort of divine energy flows through you and out at the horde, it doesn't appear to have any effect, and she sort of whispers in the back of your mind, I do not think that they are dead, but there is some dark energy that is binding them. That's all you get.
All right. Well, that means I can't use my action to disengage like I was considering. I'm going to use my bonus action this time to cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right.
It's not concentration, so they're both going, and I'm going to run.
All right. They are going to attempt an opportunity attack against
Yep.
you, but once
So
again,
Wisdom save first.
wisdom save first. No. God, they are rolling like shit.
All right. Bye. Sorry, Callum. I'm down two spell slots already. And
All right.
the Channel Divinity. That's my turn.
Maryna, you're up.
I want to do Toll of the Dead, but I also want to know what he just did.
I sanctuaried myself.
Sanctuary.
Ran
I
like
ran
a
away
little
when
bitch.
they didn't turn from Turn Undead.
Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. They've been rolling great on that all night long so far. And just as shit. Is your DC a 7?
Yay! I get
Okay.
to do something.
Yep, they get hit. They definitely get hit.
And they've had-
Which pack have you gone
I'm
against?
assuming the one that I've been hitting.
Okay, that's the one that had. Okay, yeah.
And they're below max hit points, right?
Correct.
You get to roll hex on that too, don't you? But just once.
Hex is all damage.
When I hit with an attack.
Yeah.
This is not an attack, though. This is a spell that causes them to save. Is it an attack roll, or is it...
Wisdom saving throw.
No, I
Does it
mean...
say when you damage an opponent or when you hit with an attack.
Yeah.
Hit with attack.
Hit with attack.
Then you don't get it for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me look up Hex again just to be 100%. Go ahead and start rolling your damage. I'll get back to you.
Those are not D12s. Those are D12s.
Whenever you hit with an attack. So no, they do not. You do not get Hex damage for this.
When you hex something, you might be better with the
move, Cotton.
blast.
Yeah, because then you that extra 6 over the
Twice.
I think the 12. Yeah,
Ooh.
because
6.
not at the point
6
yet.
whole damage.
Later, it's 2d12.
I
she
have a
gets
question I don't want to
2d12,
ask, but
but
I'm going to
still.
ask anyways.
How?
It's necrotic
level.
damage. Does that make a difference?
Oh, not
No.
5th level spell.
Okay, good.
Not in this instance, no. All right, so is that
That's when
your
it's cast at a 5th
turn?
level slot, isn't it? No.
Do you want to move or bonus actions or
They're getting
anything?
pretty close to you, some of them.
I need to look that one up. I'm going to move back a little bit.
Yeah.
Define
like
a little
towards-
bit.
Back or kind of diagonally.
Like a, pardon the term, I forgot what it's called. The horse in chess, in L shape.
Bop, 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 bop.
No, the other
A
way.
knight.
No.
Yes, knight.
Bop, 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 bop.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, okay.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. It is now
Pull up
the
my paper.
Horde's turn. So
For the horde.
this one over here,
Shut up now.
go 3 spaces up, so they're almost on top of Callum. And then this one here, it's coming after you. So, but it's not going to get to you because it only can move 15 feet. And
Kite 'em.
that's going to be your turn, or their turn rather. Back around to Callum. He's going to Wall of Fire.
Ooh.
And I'm going to make it go.
Get them all, maybe.
I forgot how long.
You can get any 2 points.
Right, I just forgot how long it is.
60 feet?
600 feet?
And it's not
We
a
could get
straight
60
wall?
feet long.
Yeah, we could get it between.
So, let's do. Let's start here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
He's sacrificing himself.
Oh, how virtuous.
And then he's going to run through it to the other side. So just take him back 1, then over 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that's going to be... He is going to take damage from his own spell.
Could he have run and then cast? No. Oh, he could have.
Actually, he's going to make a dexterity... He gets a dex save first because he started... Because the wall appeared
In his
in
turn.
his... Right.
Yeah.
He rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
So he's only going to take half?
But it's a crit.
Yes, a spell.
I'm rooting for our allies at this point.
It's good that. Look at you.
Or
I
half,
like
or
it.
half as much on a successful save. Yes, he's going to take half. So
I get to play
5,
D&D with friends. I'm in a good mood.
2.
We played last week with a whole new group of people.
That's
Like,
intimidating.
This is the only place that I typically get to play. So we went and like one of our other normal players started one on his own. He wanted us to play with him,
7, 14,
and it was really
17,
fun.
19, 20, reduced to 10.
It was
Thank you for whispering. I can
really
delete
fun.
that.
It was really fun.
This smells so good.
Reduced to
3
10 for
hours
Callum.
of combat.
It's kind of like when we were fighting the Ifrit. And we had the dwarves and the not Myrmidon.
We were level 1 fighting one guy and an old man that we didn't know we were fighting. It was actually pretty brilliant because at the end the old man just flipped us off and they disappeared. And we were like, he was like, I guess we'll wrap up there. I was like, what just happened? And why did that take so long?
You guys only played 3 hours? I'm so sorry.
One of the characters is we're playing in Eberron, and one of the characters is Jim Jones's soul, transposed to Eberron.
So one of
As a
the
tiefling.
one of the hordes fails, one of the hordes succeeds. So this one is on the
Half the
failed.
horde.
Takes
Yeah, I'm not done. Hashtag
10,
not sponsored.
14.
Please sponsor.
and
DateNightPodcast.com.
I take 10.
Hey, this is about where we'd be for a mid-roll. Go visit our website at www.datenightpodcast.com.
Yes, Blizzard Entertainment. Please go visit our website.
You never know.
That's true. We could be huge then. This will release in like a year and a half.
You have to read that book where you ask for what you want and the universe gives it to you, right? Isn't that how it works?
Okay.
Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's Callum's turn. It is now Thüt. You're up.
Great.
Thüt.
Well, I've vexed the guys on that side
Mm-hmm.
towards Wellby, so
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna just take a little step on back. And I guess I'll blast them with my wizard powers.
All
Because
right.
you're totally a
So
wizard
that's-
seeing tentacle
that's an
things out of the
Eldritch
sky.
Yeah, I'll just blast.
All right.
So
We
we have.
do wizardy stuff. Y'all guys wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
I say a little
I'm
chant
pretty sure I
first.
recognize that one though.
No, no, it's different.
It looks exactly the same.
So different. You
Totally
wouldn't
the
understand.
So 2 attack rolls.
I think
please.
you
Yeah.
don't.
16 for the first one.
16 hits.
I think it's only 14 for the second one.
14 just hits.
Great. So I get to do a detail, please.
We are almost in a perfect line. Wellby, get with the program.
I will shortly.
So let's see. That's 12 plus 8 is 20 plus my hex, which doesn't count on that because it's no, that's a count. So it's a hit. It's a d6 on each. So yeah, we were at 20, so it's 29.
Nice.
I get to add my charisma modifier to Eldritch Blast. It's part, yeah. So
That's part of being a wizard.
yeah, I'm a wizard, Harry.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing our date night with us and exploring a whole new world together. We'll see you again next week. Until then, keep in touch by following us on Twitter at Date Night Podcast or visiting datenightpodcast.com.